Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing a video that I'm super excited about because it is kind of like a year in review. You know how you look back on a year and you're like, do I want to take some of these things with me? Maybe you have some baggage of that year, maybe you have some bad feelings, maybe you have had a health crisis, whatever the case may be. This time I was looking at 2019 in review and kind of thinking, what are the things that worked? What are the things that were awesome finds in 2019 that I want to carry into 2020? Things that made my life better in 2019 that I want to keep with me. But just a sec, because I need a prop for this first thing. The first of the 19 things I am taking from 2019 into 2020 is my dream board, my high school bedroom art that I never had. This dream board has completely transformed 2019 for me. I made a video telling you guys all about how I created it, and I will also be sharing with you guys later, in like a couple weeks actually, how my 2020 vision board is looking and what dreams I accomplished on 2019's dream board. But this kept me focused for the first time in my entire life for a whole year, and dream boarding is something I'm going to take into 2020. Something else I am definitely going to take into 2020 is Home Chef. If this is the first time you've heard about Home Chef on my channel, then this is probably one of the first videos you've watched, because I have been working with Home Chef. They actually sponsored this video for over a year now.
This was a bad idea. I'm gonna eat all of this tonight, and I'm not gonna have any food for lunch tomorrow. You guys, this is so good. These are the meals that I got for this week. Are these poblanos? You know this is a tomato.
Home Chef helped me through a move, through having my third child, through my husband getting a new job, through so many different transitions. I was able to have Home Chef along the way. If you guys aren't familiar with Home Chef yet, then I'm totally shocked. But in a nutshell, they are basically a home delivery service where the food comes pre-packaged, pre-portioned. They have so many different options. This is just kind of like their standard meal kit, and that one is my favorite. I like to actually go through the process of chopping up the vegetables and going through the steps, but they make it so easy. So I don't have to go to the grocery store, and I don't have to actually meal plan for the week. So I love doing this when I'm coming home from a trip, or like I said, postpartum with my third child, this was super helpful. When we were going through a move, I just changed our address and had some Home Chef meals show up at our new house. You can pause or change your delivery at any time, and for me, I scheduled Home Chef to come to our home once a month throughout the last year. I had a crisis just about once a month where I needed a little bit of help through it. They also have a fresh and easy plan where the items come completely made for you and you can just like pop them in the oven. But I really like their standard meal plan, and I think you guys will really like it too. So check below in my description box. You can start your new year off on the right foot and pre-order your January box this week to get $100 off your first 5 boxes. So that's $20 off per box. They've never offered this as long as I worked with them. I can't recommend them highly enough, and you guys have told me that you love them too. So that makes me really happy. And Home Chef is definitely a tool in my toolbox that I'm taking into 2020. Not only am I taking some of their recipes that I continue to make month after month after month by myself, like without the delivery service, I just go out and buy the groceries and build the recipes, but I'm also gonna continue using their meal service in 2020. Something else I'm taking into 2020, not necessarily because I want to, but because it's in this box, are, just a second, hair extensions. In my third trimester this year, I was feeling, fat, which typically you feel in your third trimester, lack of energy, a little bit ugly maybe, and I just needed something to mix up my look. So I either was going to cut all my hair off or make it longer. And as it goes, when you're pregnant, your face is already really round. So I decided cutting my hair would probably just like, make it seem a little rounder. So instead, I opted to buy hair extensions. Not just 1 pack of hair extensions, 4 packs of hair extensions. And as life would go, I decided that I actually liked my hair the way it was. I decided not to spend the money to get these tape-in extensions put in permanently. I have had clip-in extensions before, like when I had adrenal fatigue and I lost half my hair. But like as a mom of 3, there's no way I'm waking up in the morning to clip in my clip-in extensions. I'm lucky if I do 2 French braids. I might get it put in my head eventually, but at this point I'm back to wanting to cut my hair. Something that happened in 2019, probably my highlight of 2019 that I'm absolutely taking into 2020, or rather someone that happened in 2019, is my son Lewis. Lewis was born this year, June 22nd, and I am just absolutely in love with him. He has such a fun personality. He is such a mix of our other two kiddos, and he is just a jewel. Elisha and I got to travel just with him to Chicago this year and also to Hawaii, and I just feel like I've really been able to bond with him one-on-one, and I've just loved that. So that's been a special treat in 2019 that, Lord willing, I will be able to have for a lifetime. A dream that came true in 2019 is my car. I put on my dream board that I wanted a white minivan because I didn't think I'd be able to have my dream car, or like my dream mom car, and that was a white Explorer, but I got a white Explorer with leather seats. I don't even know how it happened. The Lord is so good, and Elisha's so good to me, and we ended up getting that car in 2019. So I'm hoping that this car lasts us for years and years and years to come. It's a car that I don't think about, and I love that. I don't think about whether it's gonna break down. I don't think about it being uncomfortable. I also don't think about it like being really showy, or like, are people gonna notice me too much when I get out of it? I just don't think about it, and that's like so nice. Something I'm gonna be taking into 2020 are sit-down videos with blurry backgrounds. Ever since I started YouTube, I wanted videos with blurry backgrounds, which you guys can see in the back here, and I finally got a lens this year that does that, and it just, like, I don't know, it makes me really happy. The seventh thing I will be taking into 2020 from 2019 are matching clothes for my children. This is the first year where I started off with a bunch of matching clothes for my kids. I got them from April and Baby on Etsy, and I still think they're just like the most well-made matching clothes for a brother-sister duo. And then I got quite a few clothes this fall from Zara for all three of the kids. I just love seeing the kids match. I feel like it doesn't make my brain all like cluttery. There's already like so much going on when you have three kids. And so I just love how when we go out places, the children are matching, and it just simplifies my life. So that's something that I tried out in 2019. It was actually on my dream board in 2019, and I'm really hoping to carry that into 2020, and as long as they will let me dress them in matching clothes. This one's a lifesaver for all you mamas, and I cannot recommend it enough, and that is the Better Body After Baby program. I started this in 2019. I have access to the program for a year, and there are follow-up programs that I am going to be doing for my abs coming together after my baby. There are so many programs out there, I feel like, and different workouts you can do for diastasis recti. There's like so much information out there on this. I looked into so much of it with my first two kids, but with Louie, I did Julie's program. I followed her at Our Fit Family Life on Instagram, and it was incredible the way that my core went back together so soon after starting this course. I think it was like 2 weeks. A lot of it has to do with breathing, so it's not actually like crunches, definitely no crunches, or any of the things that kind of I associated with getting strong abs. I'm gonna actually do a video all on that because it's been so essential in me feeling like myself after my third baby, but I highly, highly recommend it. Check it out. Check out Julie on Instagram. Julie's programs I started in 2019, but I will definitely be taking into 2020, and if the Lord blesses us with another child, I will be using it for that baby as well. Okay, number 9 is my Lowell mattress. I did this sponsorship with Lowell this year in order to get a free mattress, and a lot of you guys have asked, like, how is the mattress? Do you love it? I love it. Every time we stay at a hotel now, I notice, because I'm not sleeping on a memory foam mattress. And when I come home and we go to sleep in the Lowell, I do not feel Elisha on the other side of the bed. He's like a tornado sleeper and a total sleepwalker. I feel like it's so silent, it's so cool, it conforms to my body, it's not firm, but it's not soft. It's just like incredible. Number 10, Disney Plus. Elisha and I got rid of our Netflix account this year. I feel like with little kids, and even me, I felt like I was having a blockbuster in my house, and I'm just scrolling through all these like obscene movie titles and movie covers, and I just like did not like the feel of it. I felt so torn down. I felt like the devil just had a complete avenue to get in our house so easily, and I'm scrolling through, seriously, some of these covers are so explicit of things that I do not want to see and that are totally not appropriate. Like when I logged into the home page, instantly a video would start playing, and I'm like, what is even going on here? Like, I'm scrolling down. I didn't like the rating system. It was really hard to tell like what was gonna happen in a film. So we instead got Disney Plus, and while Disney is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, I feel like they are a lot more wholesome, and I feel so much better about having their service in our home, and it's been really fun to watch some of the really, really old Disney movies with my kids. So Disney Plus is something I'll be taking into 2020. Capsule wardrobing isn't super new for me. I did it in 2018, but in 2019, I really got serious about it. And that is something that I will 100% take into 2020. I have gotten so passionate about dressing fashionable and classy and put together, but doing it on a budget and doing it so it doesn't take a lot of time and doing it so you aren't taking time away from your family shopping. And it's something that just makes me feel so good about myself, and so, you know, kind of spicy for Elisha, and just so, I don't know, it really helps my mental state as a mom. And so it's something that I've just gotten really excited about in 2019, and I'm looking forward to like building on that knowledge of fashion and design and putting things together in 2020, but not doing it in a way that it takes over my life or takes over my budget, but just instead enhances my life, enables me to mother and serve and be a wife more effectively. Number 12 is hands down beauty counter makeup. I started looking into like clean makeup products this year when I heard that the average woman absorbs 5 pounds of toxins through her makeup and skincare every year. I just felt like clean beauty though was so lacking. Like, I would put on a foundation and it would be off a couple of hours later, or it would be cakey and dry, or like I'd use a blush and it looked like I genuinely just got cranberries and like, you know, stuck them on my cheek. So Beauty Counter totally made my life a lot better, and I love things like this highlighter, which I already put on before this video, so we are going double highlighter, but I love that it was just a crayon. I didn't use highlighter until the end of 2019. I love this lip gloss from Beauty Counter in the shade Bare Shimmer. That's something I will definitely be taking into 2020. Their brow gel has been a game changer in my brows going from 0 to hero. I love their eyeshadows that my son completely demolished. And I will not live without a brightening facial oil or their foundation. Beauty Counter's made my life way better. It's reduced the amount of toxins that I'm taking in with my makeup, and it performs beautifully. Oh, I didn't ever rub in that highlighter. I also became a Beauty Counter consultant in 2019, and because of you guys choosing to purchase through my link, it has been actually a big game changer for us financially too. So thank you guys so much. Okay, we're gonna rapid fire the next few because this video is getting so stinking long, and like my highlighter is glowing back at me like a reflective mirror. Dutch braids. This was the year of Dutch braids. I've done French braids my whole life, but a Dutch braid is a braid that sticks out on the outside of your head. And it's just like big and fluffy, and I like pull it out to make it like big and thick. And you just kind of look a little bit like an influencer, you know? So I've been digging the Dutch braids in 2019. I educated myself at the beginning of this year on grass-fed beef and the other option. And the reason why I did this is because I knew that it was really bad for me, but I needed to know the side effects. I needed to be scared into actually spending the money to buy grass-fed beef, because it ends up being like 3 times more expensive than the other stuff. But I scared myself good and well, because I think I'm going on like 8 or 9 months of buying grass-fed beef now, and it tastes so much better. I can tell the difference now when I taste other meat. I just think it's been a good lifestyle shift for our family. So we've switched to buying less meat and eating more vegetables because of the cost of the meat, but I think that that's been a good switch as well. The Now That We're a Family podcast. You guys, we started this in 2019. You guys have just given us so much incredible feedback on there. Elisha and I knew that we wanted to do something really faith-based in a place where we felt safe to share our values and our Christian standards and what we believe the Bible is sharing about marriage and family. And that podcast has really become that for us. And so all of you who listen to us over there and have supported us and encouraged us in that endeavor, thank you guys so, so much. I really feel like it's a place where we could just be ourselves, and a place that we could share the things that are most important to us surrounding marriage and family. So that's something that we hope to continue long into the future, but that started here in 2019. Something I'm taking into 2019 are 2 potty trained toddlers. Leon potty trained at the beginning of this year in January, and Lucy just finished potty training last month. I cannot tell you how nice it is to have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old that only wear diapers at night. 3 more things I'm taking into 2020. 1, the Motherhood Minute series on Instagram. It's only been a couple days, you guys, but I am loving this Motherhood Minute series because I get to take what you have learned and extract your wisdom in just a couple minutes. So if you don't know what the Motherhood Minute series is, it's 7 a.m. I go live with someone from my Instagram. You can nominate yourself, and I just take a little nugget of wisdom from you. Whatever you guys are learning at the moment, or whatever the Lord's teaching you, or whatever you feel called to share to other mamas. So I absolutely love the Motherhood Minute, and you will definitely be seeing more of that in 2020. Something that made a big difference this year was getting a personal assistant. Audrey, I love you. I know I am the worst boss ever because I give you tasks like last minute and I forget to give you tasks, and you're constantly following up with me, and really you deserve more than a public apology, but thank you so much for working for me. It has seriously just made my life so much easier. She works anywhere from 2 to 5 hours a week taking things off of my plate or Elisha's plate, and that's just enabled me to continue to spend the same amount of time that I do with my kids, even though my life has gotten more complex. So I'm so grateful for Audrey. And the 19th thing that I'm taking into 2020 are you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me here on YouTube. I think at the beginning of the year, I was at 7,000 of you here, and now we're almost at 35,000 of you ending 2019. And I just want to thank all of you that have joined me for the journey over those last 12 months, going through all the ups and downs of having my comments completely turned off, to now the new COPA, child protection laws, to going into 2020, kind of unsure of what the YouTube scape looks like. But I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, for joining me on this journey. I can't tell you how much it means to have other mothers and other like-minded women who are here supporting me, and I really hope that I could be a support to you either here on YouTube or on Instagram, where I can actually comment back and forth to you. So thank you guys so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up down below. If you didn't enjoy this video, give it a thumbs down below. It is helpful for me to know. And I hope that you stick around and subscribe if you're new. I love you guys so much. Bye.